But
Yeah.
speaking of things that are improved by brevity,
Yes.
so my review is sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the rest of our topics this week. I was on Crunchyroll the other night and I said, I feel like just watching something. And I'm scrolling through, and I see this one called "The Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant Used to Be Arch Enemies."
Mm.
And I say, you know what? This will probably be bad, but let's give it a go.
Yeah.
So the first thing I noticed before anything else was that it actually is only 12-minute episodes,
Hmm.
which is usually an odd choice. Like usually anime are, of course, set up for the half-hour time slot on TV,
Right. Yeah.
but you do occasionally get some cursed things that are like there are some. If you go digging in Crunchyroll's back catalog, there are like some 2-minute anime that are literally like 2 to 3 minutes long, and they have a theme song. It's like all the dialogue is actually sped up, and God help you if you're trying to read the subtitles.
Oh yeah.
But 12, I've actually seen a couple of 12-minute anime where it worked out. If you ever heard of the series Dagashi Kashi, which is basically just a dumb fan service comedy about a guy who ends up getting a part-time, or no, he owns the Japanese candy store, and you have this the daughter of an executive at this huge conglomerate who's trying to convince him to stick with the family business, even though he hates it.
Right. Yeah.
It's like every episode is just like she shows up and demonstrates multiple candies over the course of the episode. It's already kind of like in short bursts. It's like the first season, the half-hour episodes felt too long. In the second season, they shortened it down to 15-minute episodes, and
Mm.
suddenly it like was much snappier.
Yeah.
This series, I think, benefits similarly from being able to not outstay its welcome every week.
Hmm. Okay.
So the title is it's actually I would say it's mildly misleading because you're kind of seeing the process of them not being arch enemies anymore.
Hmm.
So you have the classic magical girl setup. You have this girl who I believe is high school age or older, who she transforms into a magical girl to fight evil. Um, she is not really the point of view character. The point of view character is the magical girl is her name is Byakuya, and the main guy there is named Mira, and Mira is part of a classic, not even a classic magical girl army. He's clearly based on Super Sentai. They even have enemies that kind of look like, you know how in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers they had the putties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, these were like in the classic mold of like a old Kamen Rider or Super Sentai show where you had like these black, like all black kind of skeleton themed baddies.
Ah. Okay.
And in the fans of that genre, they call them kikis because usually they're going kiki 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 kiki. Right? Well, this one they take it to another level, and their entire language is just like kiki 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 kiki.
It's
As
just.
they're talking to this guy who is like one of the evil council of evil.
Ah. Yeah.
And there are a bunch of other generals who are various anime stereotypes. But what you find out is that this guy has clearly fallen head over heels for the magical girl.
Yeah.
Like he just cannot stop geeking out over how cute she is and trying to resist it. It's all very cute and a lot of the comedy it's not exactly highbrow, but the animation sells the joke very well.
Ah. Okay.
So it's like I don't know that this was an actual joke, but I'm just going to make one up. It's like you know, oh, I brought you some sweets, not because I like you or anything, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that you told me that you haven't eaten for a couple of days, and I can't have my arch nemesis being too weak to fight.
Ah. Yeah.
So she's kind of she's very how to put it. She's very passive. She's like she's also very strong.
Ah.
Uh, so she just kind of puts up with things and is the type of person who needs strong guidance, which means that her magical girl familiar is taking a complete advantage of her.
Ah. Oh
Just
yeah,
living off of her.
yeah. And it just says, yeah. So he's a Tsundere.
Very much so.
Yeah.
By the third episode, which is as far as I had watched, because that's all they had available at the time.
Hmm.
Although there is now a fourth episode since I did so earlier this week.
Hmm.
Uh, by the third episode, they're clearly like becoming more friendly,
Okay.
which is starting to cause him problems because the evil overlord assigns somebody else to help him at the end of the third episode. Yeah, oh, you haven't taken out the magical girl yet. We're assigning such and such to help you out.
Oh no.
You know, now is this a new concept? No, there have actually been a couple of anime recently that were similar. I can't think of the name of it, but there was one where it was literally the evil princess of the identical sort of magical girl slash Kamen Rider slash Super Sentai army
Hmm.
having a thing with the Red Ranger.
Ah, yeah.
Um, but this is it's very cute. There are actually a couple of comedic swerves. The comedy can be slightly perverted at times, so
Hmm.
not for the kiddos.
Yeah.
Not for kids.
Not for
To bring
kids.
to bring up the meme from last week.
Yes.
And I would say that at 12 minutes long, if you watch one episode and hate it, you haven't lost a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I will give this a firm recommend with the understanding that it's very silly and tropey,
Yeah. Okay.
but it wears its influence as well.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, good. That's good to hear.
Yes.